Good morning, guys. My name's David. This is Sweetie, who is trying to sleep this morning, but I'm bugging her with the camera. And this is Fate Unbound, and welcome to my mountaintop campsite. In the video I put out last week, I got a lot of really good intentioned comments from you guys that were kind of worried about me because, you know, you're worried that I'm lonely up here on the mountain, that I'm alone, and got a lot of comments that said that you hope that I find a good woman. And so, you know, I'm just gonna address that throughout this video today of if it is lonely living this life, because I am always towing my travel trailer way out into the forest, high up into the mountains, and far out into the deserts. And there's usually no one around. It's just me and Sweetie and my two rabbits. Like this campsite right here, I am 10 miles down a forest road and there's no one else camped off of it. I never see anyone else camped off of it. The only time I ever see people is on the weekends when they're traveling out to the end of the road to go hiking. But today's a Wednesday. And so I can safely say I am truly alone right now.
I lie awake in the morning with a light upon her skin. Coffee cup before the day begins. Don't go, stay a while. We'll slow it all the way back down.
Truly alone. How bittersweet those words are. One part of me craves the peaceful serenity of solitude, but another yearns for companionship. You guys know I love cooking. I prepare nearly every meal I eat, and acts of service is my love language. So I'll often show I care by making food for loved ones. But when I'm by myself, there are no loved ones to serve. No one to stick a plate in front of and watch as they enjoy the meal I made for them. But that's not gonna stop me from enjoying it myself outside with a view. Breakfast accomplished. I'm feeling great, man. The weather here is perfect in early September. In the mornings, like right now, it's a little chilly, but not too cold. And there's all these clouds and this fog hanging around. But by noon, it's basically all burned off. The sun has gotten rid of all of it, and then it's nice and warm. It's just perfect. And so I'm gonna take advantage of this perfect weather. And later on, Sweetie and I are gonna head into the North Cascades National Park. So stick around for the full video to watch all that. It's gonna be great. Until then though, you guys are gonna hang out with me in my campsite. I'm gonna tackle a couple projects. The first is that I think I have finally figured out how to mount Starlink to the roof of my travel trailer without having to drill any holes, which I definitely want to. One sec. Oh, I'm gonna take this, guys. So that was my dad, actually. Him and I are super close, and he'll call me once, maybe twice a week, and we'll talk for a pretty long time each time, because that's like our way of catching up and staying in touch. Sometimes my mom's on the call too, and it's just great hearing from them. They live all the way in Indiana. I'm in Washington State right now. I usually stay out on the West Coast. And so I don't get to see them very often, usually only about once a year for a few weeks, because I'll travel back to Indiana for Christmas and New Year's and spend that time with them, spend the holidays. That really helps me not feel lonely, is keeping in touch with loved ones just on the phone. And yeah, talk for 30 minutes to an hour and catch up. It really helps me still feel connected and stave off that loneliness. So you guys know that I'm living up on this mountaintop off grid, and so all of my resources are scarce. Water, food, propane, we're good on. I am full on those, but the one resource that I'm low on is electricity. I'm at 31% right now, which is not great with this foggy and cloudy weather. It's great for comfort, but not great for making power with solar. Sweetie's still on the bed trying to sleep. Man, what a lazy bum she's being today. But, you know, even though my Batteries are only at about 30%. I'm not worried because, yeah, even though the forecast doesn't look great for making power with solar, I do have a backup here in this portable power station by All Powers that I can hook up to my travel trailer and power it off of this instead of my battery bank if it's depleted. And I've even got this portable solar panel. It's a 200-watt solar panel that I can hook up to this power station to get that charged back up also. So this specific power station is the R1500 Lite from All Powers, and it can put out 1600 watts of maximum power, and so that's enough to power just about any appliance inside of my RV. And the portable ground solar panel I'm hooking up is the SP033. It's 200 watts, but the All Powers R1500 Lite can accept up to 650 watts from solar, and that would charge it up to full in about 2.5 hours. That is super fast, and if you need to charge it back up to full even faster, you can plug it into an AC outlet and it'll get up to full from 0 in only 90 minutes. So while I may use this power station as just a backup to the full solar system that I have installed on my travel trailer for, you know, if I run out of power or if something just stops working with my solar system in my trailer, the real use cases where something like this really shines is tent camping, or if you're RV camping and you just don't want to go through the hassle and the massive investment of installing like a full solar system like what I have on mine. This and a portable folding ground solar panel like this and a portable power station achieve the exact same thing that a full complex solar install does. And so this is just a much simpler way to achieve the same thing. And so if you're using it while tent camping or say powering a CPAP machine at night in your RV, it's super quiet when running. It only puts out 35 decibels of noise. And of course it's got the DC outputs like the USB-A, USB-C, and the barrel car charger. So if you guys want to pick up the R1500 Lite from All Powers with the SP033 solar panel, they are currently running an insane sale, their autumn sale on their website. You can get both of these for, I think, $580. It's a crazy price, but if you're watching this video later and the sale's over, you can still use promo code Unbound to save 10%. But the sun is finally just starting to peek out, so I'm gonna get up on the roof of the trailer. The philosopher Immanuel Kant said, "The rules for happiness are to have something to do, someone to love, and something to hope for." Well, I'm very project and goal oriented, so I've got the first and the last of Kant's rules covered. I'll admit, while working on projects, I've found there is a certain hollowness now. Celebrating the successful improvements with my significant other was possibly the greatest part of a project. It filled me with pride to share with another person the results of my skill and labor. And then of course it was nice having someone to lean on if the project failed. But hey, 2 out of 3 of Kant's rules is better than none, right? So this thing I've been taking off is an old cell signal booster that has never really worked properly. Never been happy with it. It's just been sitting up here mounted to the roof of my travel trailer for years and years, not doing anything. And I remembered it's mounted to a metal plate that's already screwed into the roof of my trailer. And so I can clear off some of this die core, this old die core that's here in the middle, and then I can stick on a flat mount for my Starlink with some Eternabond tape. And once that stuff goes on, it will not come off of this metal plate. And even if I can't do that, it does have these 4 bosses, threaded bosses sticking up that I could screw in an intermediate plate that the Starlink then mounts to. So I have options. I'm going to utilize this to mount the Starlink, get it off of the ground and actually have it properly mounted to the roof, because I don't have the luxury of a ladder mounted to the back of my travel trailer as most RVs have on the back. I actually like, because then it doesn't block the view from my big rear window, but in this case it's kind of a pain because that would make mounting the Starlink super easy. And the Starlink is incredibly important to not just this, you know, making YouTube videos, being able to connect to the internet, upload the videos, do all the behind the scenes admin stuff, everything for that, but also for my sanity. It's how I stay connected with my friends back home in Indiana and my brother in Seattle when I'm not with them. What we do to, like, you know, stay connected and be able to hang out online together is we play video games together. And so, yeah, I got a buddy back home named Austin. We play video games together pretty often. And my brother Thomas too, will get online and play also. And that, you know, really helps me stay connected to my friends and still be able to nurture those relationships. And speaking of projects that I want to share the excitement with is I got a TV. This 24-inch smart TV, and I even mounted it to the wall. And I know this might not seem that exciting to a lot of you guys, but I haven't had a TV in this travel trailer for the 8 years that I've owned and lived in it, and I finally decided, you know what, I need one. So I mounted it to the wall directly across from where I sleep, and so I've got a TV in my bedroom now, and yeah, I just really excited about it. When you go 8 years without a TV and then all of a sudden you get one, it's really cool. And it is on an RV mount, and so it locks into place for travel, and so I don't have to worry about it like bouncing around going down the road. But installed all that off camera just because I wanted to just get it done. You know, when you film projects, it makes it take so much longer, and that's one that I just wanted to get done and show you guys after the fact. But it's a long drive to the North Cascades, so Sweetie and I are gonna get ready and head out.
Been traveling alone for a while now, watching all my friends get married, settle down, and I guess that I just haven't found one yet, but I ain't done yet. Sometimes I get lonely, but I am happy holding on to the idea that this life can be magic.
The North Cascades Highway takes you to overlooks where you can view the Gorge, Diablo, and Ross Lake dams. And together, I learned they provide roughly 20% of Seattle's electricity, and incredibly, 90% of Seattle's electricity is generated at these and other hydroelectric dams. And the vibrant colors of Diablo Lake comes from the very fine rock particles suspended in the water that's been ground from the surrounding mountains by glaciers and carried to the lake by surrounding rivers. And I got to experience all this with my best pal, Sweetie. So am I lonely? Traveling by myself? Yes and no, honestly. Coming to places like this, these gorgeous areas, sure, I wish I had someone to share that with, and there's a part of me that longs for that. But also, you know, I'm just really caught up in the moment and enjoying the beauty, and of course, what Sweetie is doing, just splashing around in the water like a goober. You can't stop her. She's been doing this for about 30 minutes straight now, is how long we've been down here. But I do have her as a companion, and she is an excellent companion. I love taking her out on adventures, and I love that I have that companionship from her in all of these travels. Yes, she's just a dog, not a human, but you know, it's still a very powerful connection we have. We've seen all or most of the drive-up sites that you can get to in the North Cascades National Park. I just wanted to do that for today. I like to do that with national parks, especially ones that are as rugged as North Cascades. You know, if any hikes we went on here would probably be pretty strenuous, especially for Sweetie, and I wanted her to come along, give her an easy day, just to see the sights with me, and then of course to end the day here at this incredible lake where she can splash around and just be the goober dog that she is. All right, get in. Come on. Good girl. right, today was such a good day. Got a little bit of work done on my home on wheels here, and my buddy and I got to go explore a new national park that we haven't been to yet, and that was a lot of fun. And got to check out local tap room, eat some food, and yeah, it was just a really good day. And so to sum up that question of whether or not I am lonely traveling without another person with me, it is really yes and no. I am actually really cherishing this time that I am living alone, because it is honestly the first time in my life that I have actually lived completely alone. And it does have its nice things to it. It's very peaceful. I have a lot of time to take stock of my own life and myself and really just focus on me and what I need, and I feel like I've done a lot of growing and maturing in this amount of time. Like I said earlier, there are times where I do miss having another person to share experiences, to share triumphs and successes, and also to share failures with, and to help get through difficult times, especially full-time traveling, all the work that goes into living this lifestyle. It would be nice to have another set of hands around, to say the least, and someone for moral support and all that. I wouldn't say that I'm truly lonely. I do have Sweetie. I've got my parents that I keep in touch with. I've got my brother, my friends back home that I game with. Yeah, when I am feeling lonely, I reach out to them. And I reach out to you guys too, because I have you guys. I love talking to you guys in the comments. I love making these videos for you guys. And so I do have the Fate Unbound community too. And for all of those reasons, yeah, I'm not truly alone, and I don't feel truly alone. And most of the time I don't feel lonely. Today, the only times I felt lonely today more than I have in a long time, just because I was like thinking about it, you know, but most of the time I'm not thinking about it. I'm just enjoying this travel lifestyle. But that's pretty much it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider subscribing. It would really help me out. And yeah, I hope I answered the question. If not, you know, you can leave a comment, and I'll respond to those as best I can. And for anyone else out there that's looking to travel full time by yourself, I wouldn't be afraid of it. You know, it's more difficult by yourself, both physically, mentally, and emotionally, but it's still worth it. I still love doing this. And just because I don't have another person traveling with me, it doesn't make this lifestyle not worth living. I truly love it. But yeah, that's it for this video. My name's David. This is Sweetie. This is Fate Unbound, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye! Good girl. You say bye to the people. Good night, guys. Man, I'm tired. We're going to bed.